She wants to play.
Hello YouTube, it is your boy 1 Star Week and we are back for another episode of the Broke Boy Road to Glory. And first off, I gotta say, I hope everybody is doing okay during these quarantine times. I know it's tough times out there for a lot of people, so I hope everybody's doing okay. So first off, we're gonna be talking about the packs I've opened recently. I opened a bunch of SBC packs as a last-ditch effort in order to pack a FUT birthday because they did leave packs on Monday. I was under the impression that they were leaving packs on Thursday or Friday, but I just found out yesterday that they were leaving packs on Monday. So I was in a rush. I did some SBCs. I did the piece of cake SBC. I did a few 80 plus upgrades. I opened some squad battles rewards, and I don't know what's happened to my account in the last 24 to 48 hours. I mean, I have this theory that EA turns off and turns on pack weight on certain accounts at certain times, and for whatever reason, my pack weight has been hidden. You guys see it on your screen. I pack De Bruyne. I pack UCL Chiellini. And then I do an 80 upgrade just for shits and giggles. And I pack a UCL Conte. Insane stuff. The De Bruyne was tradable, so I went ahead and sold him for about 98k. The Chiellini was untradeable. The Conte was untradeable. So you're gonna see, well actually you did see it. I did post a video already. When I do the FUT birthday party bag SBC on this account, I throw everything into that SBC. And I pack Rodrigo. Not only that, guys, I didn't even know that EA dropped the St. Patrick's Day Luck of the Irish, or what was it called? 4-leaf clover SBC set. I didn't know it. They dropped it about 20 days ago. I didn't even know. So I went ahead and did that. I submitted it before FUT birthdays left packs, and what do you know? I packed a UCL Isco that's tradable. I ended up selling him for 25k, and yeah, they count this in a good place again. I don't know what's happened to this account. I don't know. It's been touched by an angel. It's been touched by EA Zaro. It's been touched by Castro, by Baton. Somebody has blessed this account. We have packed a bunch of good things recently. I'm gonna show you the transfer list real quick. And as you see, De Bruyne sold for 98k. Isco sold for 28k. So it kind of makes up for things. Because when you look at my squad, I'm going to go into the squad real quick. I have some players here that have depreciated quite a bit. I bought this Sissoko card for $8.95. And when you... How do you compare price? I bought him for $8.95. Right? And when you compare him on the market, I believe he's dropped by at least like 50k. Maybe not. He is now out of packs again. He's probably going to be selling for $8.50. This Sun card I bought for like 1.395. He is now selling for 1.2 to 1.3k or 1.2 to 1.3 million. So I have lost a bit of coins, and these pack pulls have made up for it. So I'm gonna stop talking though. We're gonna be talking about this 88 rated FUT birthday Sissoko. As you can tell by the thumbnail, this is the player we're gonna be focusing on today. And when you look at this card, I mean, if you've ever used any Sissoko, FUTmas Sissoko, not informed Sissoko, I mean, you will still see not informed Sissoko in multiple games in the weekend league. This guy is just made for the meta of this game. He's 6 foot tall. He's high. He has a right foot that's a strong foot, but with this upgrade, he now has a 5-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves. I played 27 games, all of them in the weekend league with him. I have 3 goals and 8 assists. Before we go any further, if you're enjoying the content, if you want to see more content like this, do me a favor and hit the like button down below. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. I appreciate all you guys at home for watching this video. So, a lot of people are looking at this Sissoko like he is the savior, like he is the GOAT, like he is the cheap version of Hullet, the cheap version of Vieira. And when you look at the stats, I mean, can you blame them? The pace is there. The shooting stats plus the weak foot upgrade actually make him a viable option going forward. And I am playing him at the CM position. So I threw a sniper cam style on him to really boost his agility and balance, which are really the only bad stats on this card, as well as make his finishing and attack positioning decent enough to really push forward. His passing stats are very nice. His defending stats are of course going to be good, and he is going to feel OP going into the challenges because he has 97 strength. He's huge in game. He has 91 aggression and 98 stamina. So yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna jump into some weekend league gameplay. I'm gonna let you guys know, is Sissoko worth it? And I'm gonna let you guys know how my weekend league went. Let's go. All right, so according to Footbin, I'm actually pretty happy. He is selling for 900k again, so I haven't really made much of a loss on him. Is he worth the money? I would have to say yes. If you are running an EPL team, you need an EPL midfielder who's going to be at the top tier. If you need an elite CDM on this game, I think he ticks all the boxes. We're going to break down the stats though, so you know exactly what to expect at home. So, first he has 85 pace, and as you guys know, this guy's going to feel pretty quick in game. He does only have 78 acceleration, but in game he feels pretty quick. I think a lot of it is to do with just how big he is in game. So if you've ever used Vieira, if you've ever used Battaglia, if you've ever used a Hullet type card, you're gonna know that they're big, they cover a lot of ground, and if they have a lot of pace, they're just gonna feel very quick in game. They're gonna cover a lot of ground, and going forward, this guy does have enough pace to go forward and still be able to track back and keep you honest defensively. Overall, I'm gonna say this guy's pace is an 8.5 out of 10. He definitely has the sauce pace-wise. Next, we're going to talk about shooting. And this is one aspect of his card that did surprise me. I mean, a couple things here I'm going to talk about. The first thing I'm going to talk about is his attack positioning. He has 86, boosted to 91 with the sniper chem style. And in game, this guy's runs were definitely noticeable. He has high attacking work rates, which means that he does like to push on. I did have him playing CM in the 4-1-2-1-2 on balance instructions. So I kind of just let him do his thing with his attack positioning. And I was not let down at all. This guy floated into box in very dangerous positions. With the 5-star weak foot, it makes him even more predictable. So I really enjoyed his attack positioning. His finishing at 74, which was boosted theoretically to 89 with a chem style, was very decent in game. His finishing, he has the kind of finishing that if you get it in from a good angle, like let's say you're near post, you're facing the goal directly, you're gonna hit the back of the net more times than not. And it's not necessarily due to his finishing, but it's more so due to the fact that he has 97 shot power. So if he hits it on target, it's going to beat the keeper. He has the 5-star weak foot, so it does allow you to be more unpredictable, to maybe get a better shot off. Overall, I got to give this guy's finishing and shooting a 7.5 out of 10. He definitely has enough to play the CM position. He definitely has enough to keep the opposition honest if they leave him open. But at the same time, he's not a top tier finisher on this game. Next, we're going to talk about this guy's passing. And yeah, I thought it was very good. If you've ever used anybody like Balak, if you ever use somebody like that in that mode, somebody that could pass out of the back, this Sissoko is going to be very similar. I mean, he has very good passing stats. He has 90 short passing, 83 vision, 82 curve, 83 long passing, very well-rounded stats overall. And in game, this guy felt very decent as far as playmaking. He's able to pass in and around the box. He's able to ping long passes to your wingers if that's how you like to play. If you like to play on the counter, this guy's going to be able to produce some nice long balls for you. Overall, I gotta say this guy's passing is an 8.5 out of 10. He has very solid passing. He can function as a playmaker out of the back, and I think it's a pretty good thing to have on the CDM. Next, we're going to talk about this guy's dribbling, and this was the main concern I had with this card. Every single thing on this card is perfect for a CDM, minus the agility and balance. He has 68 agility, 62 balance, and that was boosted to 78 agility and 70 or 67 balance with a sniper chem style. And in game, this guy actually didn't feel as clunky as I expected. If you've ever used Balak, I think this guy feels slightly better on the ball than Balak does, and Balak is pretty clunky, we're not going to lie here, but at the same time, he's not horrible on the ball. He's still usable on the ball. And this Sissoko felt the same way. I think a lot of it is just due to the fact that he has high dribbling stats. He has 90 dribbling, 86 ball control, 88 reactions, and all of those things combined to make him pretty press resistant if you use him in the right way. I mean, obviously, don't go around trying to beat multiple defenders off the dribble with the Sissoko card. You're gonna have a bad time. But if you keep it simple, if you do some smart L1 dribbling, a few skill moves here or there, I think he'll be just fine. And if you pair him with a smaller CDM, or if you pair him with some smaller midfielders, I think he'll function very well. As far as jockeying and everything like that, I thought his agility and balance did not mess with him at all. And overall, I could give this guy's dribbling an 8 out of 10. It's pretty solid and exactly enough for the CDM position. Next, we're going to talk about this guy's defending. And like I said, if you've ever used Sissoko in game, you already know he's a beast defensively. The number one thing I noticed is how he goes into the challenge. He has 89 stand tackling, 91 aggression, 97 strength. This guy is a bully. He's a monster. Yeah, going into the challenge, he is so strong. He's very accurate going into the challenge as well, since he has the upgraded defending. And yeah, going into the challenge, this guy was a very good card. Breaking up play as well, he does that very well. He has 87 interceptions. He has extremely long Vieira-like spider legs. So defensively, this guy was almost absolutely flawless. If he's going in for a challenge, he's gonna win it more times than not. Overall, I'm gonna give this guy's defending a 9.5 out of 10. He is an absolute rock at the back. Finally, we're gonna be talking about his physical, and this is where Sissoko shines. This is his calling card. This is his bread and butter. I mean, 97 strength. His aggression is 91. He has 98 stamina. This man does not get tired. He does not get bullied. He is not out aggression at all. And on top of that, he wins almost every header. If you need a physical specimen in your midfield, this guy's gonna be your guy. Overall, I gotta give this guy's physical a 10 out of 10. I mean, does it get better than Sissoko? Probably not. All right, guys, so what's the final verdict on this card? I think this card is definitely made to play a CDM role in any formation, really. He could play in a dual CDM role as the guy who sits back, or even as the guy who pushes forward due to the 5-star weak foot and the improved attacking stats. At the same time, he could play as a lone CDM. He could be the guy that shields your defense. I mean, this guy can play pretty much any role in the midfield aside from Cam. However, I do think his best role obviously is going to be CDM. Is this improvement worth the money? I would have to say yes. I mean, his tackle feels a lot cleaner. He has a lot more of an accurate challenge. He's of course going to last all game. He's extremely strong. He has the 5-star weak foot, which I think is huge on a card like this because his other cards have a 2-star weak foot, which makes his passing very inconsistent, which makes his shooting pretty much non-existent. And this card does just enough to make him a well-rounded midfielder to really fit into the top tier teams of this game. So if you need a CDM, you got the money, I would say definitely splash out on him. Overall, I gotta give this guy a 9.25 out of 10. He's one of the best CDMs I have tried on this game. All right, guys, so how did my weekend league go? All right, you already know. I mean, I've talked about it on Twitter. This was the worst weekend league I've had all year, since the beginning of the year. I mean, I haven't had such a bad finish since the beginning of the year. And as you guys know, last episode I left off 12-9, and I said I was probably going to finish at gold 3. I didn't really feel like grinding, and that's what we just did. I mean, I finished at 14-12. 14-12. I mean, somehow I've gone from regularly finishing gold 1 to now finishing at 14-12. A really bad performance on my end. The gameplay was just bad all weekend, but at the same time, I'm trying to make some changes for next weekend to really take some control over this game, because this game is a game that really takes a lot of control out of your hands. I mean, there's a lot of random animations. There's a lot of really bad gameplay, especially since the quarantine life has hit North America. But I'm going to try to control what I can control. So I do think the 4-1-2-2 is not the way to go going forward. The gameplay is just so delayed that I find it hard to build anything up in such a narrow formation. What I do think I'm going to be doing going forward is trying the 4-2-2. It's been a formation that I've been wanting to try all year pretty much. It's very similar to the 4-2-3-1, which I did find was more effective for me this weekend once I started switching to it in games. So I will be trying the 4-2-2. I have some plans to do that. And yeah, that's gonna be my weekend league. I mean, I could have tried to push for gold 2. I had 3 games left. I had to win 2, and the standard of opponent I was facing was pretty bad at this point because my record was pretty bad. But I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it mentally. I was already spent. I didn't really feel like it was worth it. So yeah, that's gonna be it. Hopefully you guys at home had a better weekend league experience. Let me know in the comment section down below how yours went. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. But until then, deuces.